Hi, my name is David Kelley. I'm the Title IV-E Coordinator at the University of Georgia School of Social Work in the Child Welfare Stipend Program. Today we're going to visit the IOTUS website, which is the Title IV-E application site that you'll go to make an application for Title IV-E funding. As you can see, this is the beginning page of the School of Social Work website, and you'll go up to Menu, then click Resources, and then click Tuition, Financial Aid, and Funding, and go down to the link where it says Child Welfare Stipend Program. Click on that. That takes you to the Child Welfare Stipend Program at UGA's website for the School of Social Work. And then if you'll drop down almost to the bottom, you'll see that applications may be made online, and it gives the IOTUS address. Click on that. You are now at the point where you're in the DFACS IOTUS website to make an application for child welfare funding. Click Apply Now, and I'm going to go in and log in on the website because I am already registered. So it brings us to the first page, and that's David. And we'll look, F is not right, so I can make a change to M and then Kelley. And you can put your Social Security number in there, and mine is there. And you're going to have to go down and answer every question. And it starts off, have you ever been dismissed from any state of Georgia government position? Yes or no? If yes, you have to provide a detailed explanation. Please be detailed and provide dates if you can remember them. Are you currently employed by the Division of Family and Children's Services? Yes or no, depending on your employment status. If you're currently employed by DFACS, have you been employed for 18 months or more? This is a critical question because DFACS policy does not allow for employees of less than 18 months to apply for Title IV-E funding. So you'd click yes or no, whichever is applicable, and then you would put your hire date. And then if you answered no to the question, you'll come down and answer, if not employed by DFACS, are you currently employed in a social work position? For students who do not have professional experience, you should click yes if you have an internship. And what you would do is say, what agency do you work for? Put internship. And that way the system will identify you in IOTUS as an intern. What position in the agency or what area did you internship? Foster care, CPS, intake, state office, regional office, whatever the position might be. Then you're going to come down, hit Save and Continue, which will take you to the second page. On this page, you're going to be asked more demographic data about yourself, starting with gender and your birth date. And are you a U.S. citizen? This is very important because if you're not a U.S. citizen, your visa must be of length that you can fulfill your work obligation after going to school. So if your visa is only for 1 year after graduation, you probably will not be eligible for the program, because if you have a 2-year MSW program, you'll have a 2-year work commitment. What is your ethnicity? Do you speak another language other than English? Yes or no? And then these are some of the languages that they enter, or you can enter other language you're proficient in. Then hit save and continue. And you're going over here to more demographic data about you, your permanent address. This would be for students who are still legally connected to their parents' address. You would enter that. If you have your own permanent address, you would enter it there, and the city, and the zip, and the state. And then your current address would be street address, city, zip code, and state. Preferred phone number. This is important for a number that you can be reached at because if there's questions about your application, this would be one of the first places that we start in trying to connect with you. There's an alternate phone number there, and then a permanent email address is filled in here. And that is not your UGA address because your UGA address is going to go away after you graduate, and I think you get to keep it a year. But your permanent address is how the agency will connect with you in the future if there's such a need. So again, save and continue after that page. And then you come up to what university are you currently enrolled? And this is also to be interpreted, what university are you applying to? This question was originally formulated at a time when students had to apply to the university before they could do Title IV-E funding. And we've made some changes in that so that you can apply for 4E funding before you apply for student status. Which degree program are you accepted for? Click Master's. UGA does not have a Bachelor's of Social Work in Title IV-E. They do have a Bachelor of Social Work program, but it's not 4E eligible. So you'd click Master's, and then student status would be full-time if you're applying to the Athens campus, if you're advanced standing, or if you're in the 2-year program, or you'd click part-time if you're a DFACS employee. Part-time means that you are interested in the Gwinnett in-person program or the online program. The reason it's important to click on part-time if you're a DFACS employee is DFACS will not support full-time student status for their staff. Now you're going to hit save and continue, and then you're going to come and fill out your references, which are professional references, and preferably in social work. If you're a student who is coming out of their bachelor's program and you've done an internship, you want to list your faculty liaison and your faculty field instructor for these. If there's a supervisor that you did some work with, you want to list that. If there is a lead case manager that you worked with in your internship, you want to list that. If you're a DFACS employee, you need to list your current supervisor and your administrator and your county director as your professional references. Again, you're going to save and continue, and now you're going to go into the sections of the program where you're going to write. The first one is describe your motivation and career goals relating to working in the area of child welfare. And then you'll go in right here and you'll start typing. And if you make a mistake like that, you can go up there and delete it. Explain why you're applying for the 4E program. Those answers there range from everything from financial need, which most students have, and it's okay to say that. but also talk about how child welfare fits in your professional goals and what you want to do for the future. After you do that, you're going to save and continue. And it's coming back to describe your best experience in working with children and families. If you're a current DFACS employee, you should have some case experience that will allow you to answer both questions, the best experience and the worst experience. If you've had an internship, you should be able to answer both of these questions from internship experiences. If you did not have an internship, then you can use an experience in an agency that you volunteered in. After you fill out those, you'll come and put save and continue. And we're on the next page, and it's described your understanding of and your experience with the child welfare system. This could be both professional experience, and if you have personal experience, you may relate both of those there. Describe your beliefs and what is the most powerful forces in a child's life. Again, that is from your experience, your philosophy, and your beliefs. After you answer those, you save and continue. The next page is what personal and or professional strengths will you bring to the program. And the second one is what professional skills, knowledge, or attributes do you hope to gain as a Title IV-E student? This is where you talk about what it is you want to learn in your MSW course of study to bring to bear as a skill set as a child welfare practitioner. After you finish, you save and continue there. And then they collect some data about how you heard about this program, whether it was a current or former IV-E student, a recruitment activity. I do those for UGA. Dr. Washington also does them. Dr. Dunnigan does them. So you may have talked to them, and that would be recruiting. A current or former DFACS employee, a professor, a faculty advisor, a DFACS publication, a website, the financial aid department, or other. And if you selected other, they'd like to hear where that came from. After you have checked one of those, you're going to save and review. And this pops up the answers that you have put into the system. And this is what a printed application will look like that the schools will get from you. So it'll go through that first section and have your name, social security number, the questions about employment with DFACS, and your next section starts your demographic data about you. And the third section is permanent address data and preferred phone and alternate phone. Email, again, email should be a personal address and not your UGA email address. Section 4 is where do you want to go to school or where are you enrolled, what degree you're applying for, and whether you're going to be part or full-time. And we start to use that for how we look at what time you'll interview. DFACS employees are interviewed in January. Students coming out of a bachelor's program are interviewed in May. So this is important here about the student status. And then your references in Section 5, and then Section 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 are the questions that you answered about your experiences, what attributes you're going to bring to the program, that kind of thing. And then Section 11, how did you learn about the IV-E program? And then this is critical. You're going to come down and check this box that you certify that all the information is contained in this application is accurate and truthful to the best of my knowledge. And then you're going to hit Submit Application. And that will conclude the application process in IOTUS. After you submit your application, you're going to be contacted by this IOTUS system to tell you that your application has been processed, and it will tell you that it's been forwarded to the university that you selected. From there, the next thing you can expect is that you'll be contacted by the Title IV-E staff. It's usually Miss Cindy Roberts or Miss Christy Ogletree will be in contact with you, and they'll give you information about how the interview process will go and what you need to do to prepare for your interview. They'll also confirm your email address, and that's how we'll communicate with you the dates and times of your interviews. Also, there is no application fee for IOTUS. That's different than the University of Georgia applications where there is an application fee. But in IOTUS, there is no fee. If you have further questions about the application process, about the program, about the courses study, anything related to your Title IV-E career, you can email Title IV-E, that's one word, at uga.edu, and we will email you back, and the person that emails you back will be the person who can best answer your questions. Thank you for your interest in committing to a child welfare professional career. It's difficult work, there's no question about that, but it's also extremely rewarding in working with children and their parents. And we look forward to answering any questions that you have and for processing your application so that you can take part in the competitive interview process.